I love my techno music. And occasionally the dubsteps. Did you miss your tournament? Oh yeah, I'm not playing that. Too many of you and your shitty replays. Another diamond Protoss. Here we go. I'm Z if I'm random, can't remember. Okay, alright. We're talking a lot. What is this? D, what D is this? 2, 3, 1, 2. It matters in gold, from pretty much bronze to platinum, it only barely matters what tier of league. This isn't because like there's just, well, there's a lot of players in diamond, but let me show you the actual MMR tiers. Masters is from 45-20 to GM, which is 52 something? No, GM is not 52 something. This is inaccurate for Masters because of GM. But Diamond is from 3480 to 4520. So that's 1,040 MMR total. 1,040. Whereas Plat 3 to Plat 1 is 340. It's literally a third. That's why not nearly, like, in gold is 240. Silver is 400. 340, 440. The point is it's much smaller. In bronze is, apparently the minimum MMR is 1,385. So, anyone close? You know what? Part of the reason the lower leagues are not as spread out is because players simply play less. And if they play more, they usually play higher level players. It's kind of a weird system. Not a weird system. Like, let me just real quick. Let's do the math again. The average games played of a diamond player, average wins and losses, so 30 games. Whereas the average games of a silver player is 16-ish, 17. So half as many games per player. And it's linear through the leagues. Masters is like 40. This is from this season. And GM is 100. So. So this is a charge not all in. And you're not being very subtle about it. I feel like I should have done something, but not sure what. Well, if he has a brain, which we are not saying for sure he does, he could have figured this out. And been like, well, has he scouted this? And been like, you don't have gases, you're getting a warp prism. How many gates did he see? No gates, but like... He could have, if you look at the gases at the net, he could figure it out. But this is, we don't know. We don't know. We'll see.
Research complete. Research finished.
Usually with this build, you pull off of gas from your main once you have enough for the charge. Okay. I'm gonna give you a pro tip. Don't lose the warp prism. Especially if you're not building another one like you're supposed to. So if you lose the warp prism, you can't warp in units. If you can't warp in units, then you can't warp in units. Pro tip. Thank you, Fat Johnny, Dank Hoo-Ha, and Chicken Little, as well as Pure Grix and Royal24 for those subs.
Good. Now I have your attention.
Like, you're doing a charge lot all in. You didn't build probes, but now you're like, well, guess it went all wrong. Why aren't you even microing your charge lots? You probably could have killed all... Let me point out. While you're trying to transition out of your charge lot all in that you committed everything to, you wanted this to fail. You kill all the queens. If you had microed your charge lots, you could have killed 20 drones here. He has no units. He has nothing. But your charge lots get baited. If you microed even a little tiny bit, the fucking Space Pope converting your zealots to his side to chase down his goddamn queens. Like, if you had microed at all, you could have slaughtered 20 drones and put yourself in a position to win the game. But there's a reason this game is 15 minutes long. And yes, this is, if you're gonna do what you just did as a build, we're just assuming you lost the Warp Prism because you actually microed it, not because you just did. You should at least give a, like, for a split second be like, well, I still have zealots in his base. Can I do anything? Thank you, Dandon, as well as Ardrews as well. My commentary is almost as bad as his micro. And now you're building another prism? Now you are? You might be like, Winter, don't you always say, micro your macro? Yes, I do. The problem is, you don't micro your macro after going for a micro build. You don't go charge lot all in, be like, well, guess it didn't work out, it's macro time. That's in bad faith right there. You didn't do a macro build. You did an all-in, and then you just gave up on it. You're like, well, fuck it. And since you paid so little attention, you didn't realize he pulled his drones to fight your zealots anyways, and you're actually ahead in workers in a comfortable position and have no real obligation to actually outright kill him right now. Because he has 36 workers, you killed a bunch of drones and queens, he has little production. In fact, your best move may to just be take a third and continue to put on pressure with a Warp Prism. But since you don't use your eyes, you don't know that.
Your probes are getting wrecked. We're running out of minerals back home.
Okay, you killed the third. The only thing that could go wrong now is if you lose all your units and take damage. Like, you're winning. You're still winning. What the fuck? Your Archon just got distracted by... I don't fucking know. That looks cool as shit, though. Tell me that does not look amazing. That Archon. Oh, that looks sick, doesn't it? 8-year-old game, by the way, guys. Anyways, you're still gonna kill everything here. Might I point out, 200 chrono, actually 400 chrono boost. So I want to take everything at a leisurely pace. You're gonna kill all those roaches. You looked at the fucking immortal. You clicked on it, and you still somehow are like, no. This is a scouting immortal. Don't worry. It's still gonna kill everything because Protoss units are so good. Literal zombie toss. I just assume you don't have any brain cells. So now you're ahead in probes. You're doing you're shooting yourself in the foot before you take each step, but it's still going okay. Like, everything you're doing is working despite how badly you're doing it. Because the build was solid, you just gave up on it, but it was so solid it still did damage. This is happening. That Stalker is walled off. Oh my god.
That field's been mined out.
Like, Immortals, Archons, and Charge Lots are all great units that can kill lots of things. Okay, so the best thing to do here is obviously have half your army go up a ramp, and the other half your army to kill larvae, as you know. Do you need to kill him, though? Why do you need to attack? Like, you just killed his base. You have 3 bases. Because Protoss units are good. Why do you need to kill him? You have 3... Why? You're not sneaking anywhere. He's right the fuck here. He can see it. All you have to do right now is chill the fuck out. All you need to do is not keep throwing units at him. If you spent 1 minute back at home building units, you'd be fine. You're like, how about these 4 chargelets? Gotta kill that lurker den. And then also wall off my own zealots and not kill the lurker den. Why are you microing your prism now? Why is this what's happening now? Now here's the beautiful thing. You could have killed the lurker den, but now you're just not. And now you're just gonna lose the zealots. Like, despite your best efforts, you're still doing alright. Yeah, now he has 2-2. Now you kind of need Storm. He does have upgrades, but upgrades aren't much compared to a Mortal Archon Charge Lot. The only way a Mortal Archon Charge Lot doesn't overcome the upgrade disadvantage is if you don't have any Immortals, any Archons, or any Charge Lots, which is what we're at right now. He was also 2-2 to my 0-0. No, he wasn't. You have 1-1. You just don't have any fucking units because you keep throwing them into the meat grinder for no discernible reason besides your own total incompetence. He didn't have 2-2 until that fight was over. By the way, might I point that out? If you're gonna be like, well, upgrades. Until the main fight. Oh, he did. He did. You're right. Okay, so he did. For like 15 seconds, he had a 4-upgrade advantage. You know what else he had an advantage in? A brain. I'm not sure what here. Did he neural parasite your units and force them to attack his units? Like, was there no ability to run away? Everybody knows you 2 steps forward and no steps back. Is there no recall ability? Is there no ability to click on enemy units and be like, you know what? Maybe this is a bad idea. It's like, nope, guess he had some good upgrades. Never could, what? Nothing I could have done. No micro till masters? Then why are you microing? All you're doing is microing. Badly. Until you... Like, no micro till masters. If that's what you want to do, why are you doing 2-base charge lot all in? Just sit back and build a bunch of shit. And then A-move at 200 supply. Doesn't matter. Still fine, because Protoss. So you win the game, then. Ah, so that's how you knew. That's how you knew. I bet you didn't even click on his upgrades. Still better, though. Like, that's how good Archons and Charge Lots are. By the way, no micro till master shouldn't mean you keep your robo rally point on the other side of the map and rally 3 immortals into it. Like, you don't need to rally all your immortals across the map for no reason. It's a B. It's a B. Mostly because you made Archons in a timely manner. Toss seems so much easier macro-wise than Terran. We'll go play Protoss then. I'm sure it'll be easy.